In the next two videos, you will learn about the dashboard. The dashboard and the wallboard builder are the only places where you can track real-time statistics for your operation. To access the dashboard, click on the real-time statistics icon on the left-hand menu bar and select Dashboard. Once in the dashboard, you have access to real-time information about the channels in your operation. This information cannot be customized. GoContact will populate specific values already created and KPIs for all inbound, voice, outbound, or ticket channels. If we go to voice inbound, you have a panel that displays that information for the selected queues. It defaults to all queues. To select specific queues, click Choose Queues. You can either select all the queues available on the platform, none of the queues, or just a few, and click Save. In this case, the panel is displaying information for 4 of the 5 queues available. We can see the total number of calls, the calls currently in the queue, the calls that were answered, abandoned, or transferred. You can check the average wait time, the total talk time, the maximum hold time of the customer, the average hold time of the customer, the total wait time, and the average work time. Additionally, at the top, you can view callbacks and voicemails that are pending. If you click the search bar, it lets you search for specific voicemails and callbacks. You can see the date that they were entered, the number, the queue they came from, the type, whether they're a voicemail or a callback, whether they're closed or not, the number of retries, the last retry date, and the agent. You can also view the percentage of calls within your SLA, the percent answered in less than 20 seconds, the percent answered in less than 30 seconds, the percent answered in less than 60 seconds, the average queue position, the maximum queue position, the maximum wait time, the total percent answered, the total percent transferred, and the total percent abandoned. At the top on the right, there's a box titled Queues and Agent Status. Here you can view the queue, the agents that are available, whether they're busy in the queue, the calls that are pending transfer, the calls that are waiting, and the longest wait time. And you can proceed with certain actions if you have agents logged into the queue. You can also view information from campaigns by selecting the Voice Outbound tab. Just as with inbound queues, you need to select the campaigns you want to view. It defaults to all campaigns, so to select specific campaigns, click Choose Campaigns. You can select all the campaigns, none of the campaigns, or just select a few, and click Save. And now you can see how those campaigns are performing. You can see the total number of calls, the calls that were answered, those that have not been answered, those that were dropped or missed, the number of agents ready and available to receive calls, agents that are talking, agents that are in the outcome part of the call, and agents that are not working because they're on a break. You can also view the average ready time, the amount of time an agent spends in the ready status, the average ring time, the average talk time, and the average wrap-up time. You can also view the percentage of total calls answered, the percentage of calls with no response or that were not answered by a customer, and those that have been marked as successful. In the top right of your screen, you have access to the active dialer campaign status, which is a preview of the dialer. You can see the campaigns that are currently working, the active and free agents, the calls that are ringing, the percentage of calls that were answered, the percentage of calls that were not answered, those calls with the status of failed or dropped, and the percentage of dropped calls. In the last section, you can see the calls in the hopper. You can see the campaign where this dialer is working, the number, and the ring time for that specific number.